I am an individual at war with myself. Uh, how a little bit of research can lead to an absolute epiphany, and you can understand the way you felt for your entire life the very first time. I've been at war with myself for a real long time, my entire life. I might have two very misunderstood medical conditions, and I never really thought I had the one, but putting them side by side and explaining what they do definitely feels like the war I've been fighting my entire life between wanting to do something and destroying my ability to. I don't know if it's going to help me move forward, but just got myself thinking about it. And since I really don't have anyone to talk to, just be brutally honest and talk about it here. When I was a kid, I was told I had ADHD. I was given Ritalin. It really didn't. It didn't improve the situation for me, my ability to learn, or anything like that. It just improved the situation for others and their ability to deal with me, I guess. And I always felt resentful towards it. But I guess in hindsight, they just couldn't do nothing. I anyways, it's called AUADHD or whatever. I don't even know the correct terminology for it. But basically, everything that wants to keep me organized is fought by something that wants to keep me disorganized. Everything that wants me to get up and do something great is taken down by that chaos of knowing I'll fail. And it's not even knowing I'll fail, it's just there's a curve, and it's hard not to go along with it. And it's like the harder you try, the harder yourself fights back against you. It's almost like hopelessness is fighting you. It's a part of you is hopelessness, a part of you isn't, and they clash and they clash and they clash and they clash. They destroy your brain. They destroy everything about you. I don't know if that's important, but I guess I always thought if I had some physical way to overcome it, if I could fail 100 times, maybe I could do something. But like I've always wanted to have a very large greenhouse that could support many, many communities 24/7, 365 with fresh produce. And I'm talking a greenhouse where you can grow trees. I'm not talking a greenhouse where you got veggies floating on a tray and some water. I'm talking a greenhouse that if you wanted to walk from one side to the other, it could potentially take hours. I'm talking Elon Musk sized greenhouses, if you can imagine it. But there's always that hopelessness that fights back against me being like, you'd need to fail 100 times. And you've never even had the money to fail once. And there's that part of you that's always going to be fighting you. And you've never been strong enough to really defeat it. You've held it off, you've held it down, you've held it back, but you get those days where there's just so many things you can't control. Uh, I get days where the sky is crystal blue and I can see for eternity and I can remember the image in my head so crystal clear. And I have other days where there's this massive fog that doesn't allow me to see the walls in front of my own face. And then having to deal with anything feels like this impossibility because it's not like it's coming at you from far away. It's just there in front of your face all of a sudden, and you just react. You're back 5 miles in the fog. You're watching it like a goddamn video. Days where I'm so tired I can't get up. Other days where I play Minecraft 8 hours straight, or I used to lay down 150,000 obsidian in a straight line for no reason other than it just feels good to be able to accomplish something without massive failure. There's no wonder drug. For people on disability, there's no therapy. There's no money for therapy. There's no doctors for therapy. You can get free therapy all you want, session after session after session. But when you're talking to people that just don't have the qualification you need because they're locked behind a $300 paywall and you fail at buying your own groceries most of the time, there's just little hope. Like, it's really easy for someone who has things in this world to donate to a charity and be like, oh, I'm helping a whole bunch of people and they're all going to be so grateful. Or that one person that gets a video made about them and they're just this honest, genuine, good person that needs help. So easy for people just to help them. But for those of us that have been through the ringer and tried to help everyone else, and we end up in a dark, painful place, and we don't react well, and we're angry, and we're bitter, and we're hard, and we're callous, those are the ones that it's actually hard to help. Those are the ones that it's easy just to say they're an asshole. They don't deserve the help. So easy to help a whole bunch of people, but it seems insanely hard for people to help one person, even though we all know how much a difference one person can make.